You join me today down a lovely little local club lake in Ringwood. It's a beautiful little lake, proper mature little gravel pit, and it's got a fairly low stock of carp, around 20-25 fish. And as I speak, there's currently a few bubbling up next to some pads down there. And I'm going to do a quick lap of the lake, see what's going on, put a little bit of bait in, and hopefully we'll winkle one out later on, and then hopefully catch a few more tonight. So fingers crossed we catch a few. That didn't take long, just dropped the rod on a couple little fizzes down the edge, a couple little baits over the top, and it's not a big fish by any means, but it's a lovely little dark common. I'm going to try and get him in the net. It's a big ball of weed up the line. Oh, I hate this bloody weed. There we go. There we go, off the mark. Probably one of the smallest fish in the lake, but it's a good start. Here we go, just had this little miniature carp. I really wasn't expecting something this sort of size when I picked up into the rod. It's definitely the smallest fish I've had out of here by a long shot. Probably a self-spawner to be fair, but still a lovely little fish. They're all welcome, and hopefully later on we'll catch an even bigger one. I've just slipped that lovely little wildy common back, and normally the fish, they'll drift off from the area once you've hooked one. But as it stands, there's still a bit of fizzing going on the spot, so I'm going to quietly slip in the rig and hopefully we'll get another one. We're coming into the mid-afternoon now. We've given it a go fishing on the fizzes for a few hours and nothing's happened. So what I've done a couple of laps of the lake, and I've decided to fish a swim which I reckon is going to give me a good chance of a bite this evening and during the night. It seems it's a good area where the fish are going to be passing through and I can intercept them. I'm going to go about it, I'm going to fish some nice hingies over the low-lying silkweed out there. I'm going to put a bit of boilie, a bit of tuna and a bit of live, just a small amount of live system mixed in with the tuna. And I'm going to fish a nice bright 18mm NS1 pop-up over the top in the white. I feel like a big white pop-up over the live system I'm putting out with the tuna is just a good colour contrast. They ain't really that pressured in here, so something bright stand out in their face I feel like can do a bite quicker than a simple like match the hatch sort of presentation. I'm going to get the rods out now, put the kettle on, and we'll see what this evening brings. Just made myself a brew. Looking out on the lake, I've already seen a little bit of feeding activity on the zones. Like I said before, this lake isn't really pressured a lot by carp anglers, and it's more sort of like the odd matchman, the odd sort of like pleasure fisherman will come down. Saying this, it is a small lake. It's only around sort of 2 acres in size, so it's always like fairly easy to find the fish. But saying that, even though the size of it is small, they're well tricky to catch and your presence can be known on the lake very quickly. So trying to keep stealthy is key. Saying that, it does look good for tonight. I think I could get a couple of bites hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. Here we go then, lovely little common. This one was taken on the open water spot. Proper little cool fish, lovely small tail and like withered dorsal on it. Unfortunately none of the sort of the bigger ones played ball last night, but there's still time for one later hopefully. I'll slip this one back and I'll show you the second one I had. Here's the second bite. This was taken on the left-hand open water spot again. Before nightfall I made a couple of changes to the rig. I felt like I should have had a bite before night, and I changed it to a slightly more low-lying pop-up. Again, still using the 18mm Northerns, and this one rattled off. Lovely one. After having those two fish, I've been watching the water this morning and it looks like the spot has sort of died off. There hasn't really been any activity of any sort on there. So at first light this morning I actually got up and I baited a couple of little spots around the edge, and I'm going to pick up rod now, go for a mooch, and hopefully there'll be a fish feeding on one of them and we'll be able to stalk it out. Just popped some bait in and noticed a few fizzes popping up on it. Dropped the rig in quietly, and luckily I didn't spook the fish which was feeding, and it's taken 10 minutes. Just had an absolute ripper on the alarm. Rod was the reel was in the alarm, like screaming. Hit into it, and it's quite a nice one by the looks of it. It looks to be sort of like a ghosty type one. Hopefully we get it in. Got a lot of weed up the line and a lot of weed in front of me as well. I'll try my best. There we go on the white 18mm Northern. Come on. Oh. And she's mine. Here we go, lovely ghostie just landed. Probably the biggest one of the trip. To be fair, we have been pretty unlucky with size. All the fish normally I catch out of here are slightly larger than what we've been catching, but they're there for another day. We'll get this one slipped back. There's a few people turning up now and the lake's getting a bit busy. So I reckon we'll head for home, come back another day.